family of a Round Rock soldier recently killed in Afghanistan talks tonight about their loss.
26-year-old Sergeant Paul Rivera was a graduate of Stony Point High School. Fox 7's Lauren Petrowski met with his family today, and she has more on his life. Lauren.
And Mike and Loriana, Sergeant Rivera came from a military family, so they all knew that being killed in combat was a possibility, but even still, they are reeling from his death. Sergeant Rivera was killed October 22nd in Logar Province, Afghanistan, after a rollover accident during an attack by enemy forces. And as his family gets ready to bury him, they want people to remember their soldier for the patriotic leader he was. Outside the Rivera home in Round Rock stands a flagpole. The American flag waves high in the air, and on the ground is a statue of the Virgin Mary.
Love of country and love of God to him was everything.
Fred Rivera says these are symbolic of who his son was.
His strength was that he tried to just be an example.
And that's what Sergeant Paul Rivera did during his years serving in the Army, right up until the day he was killed during an enemy attack in Afghanistan.
His goal was always to be a great leader. So he used to ask me what were the things I needed to do for him to be a great leader as well. But what he didn't realize, he was already a great leader.
Sergeant Rivera came from a military family.
Starting with my grandfather, he was in the military army. My dad served 30 years at Fort Hood. My brother served 20. I served 3. And of course, Paul gave his life lovingly for his country.
While his dad always knew that was a possibility, he says he taught his son to not be afraid.
I always brought my son, letting him know that we are not to live life with fear. We take things as they come.
He recalls one of their last conversations.
He said, "Dad, I love my country."
It's that patriotism that his family is remembering as they make buttons and ribbons in honor of Sergeant Rivera.
He was very quiet, but he had a killer smile.
And they reflect on the life of their hero.
And it makes me proud to see that he really did live a life of love to the fullest.
Sergeant Rivera's family is in the process of planning his funeral. Loriana?
For his service. All right. Thank you, Lauren.